The first one is Kevin, and he's going to make a
Martini. Again, kind of like I did with the Manhattan, I'm going to stick pretty close to the traditional idea of a martini, be it rather you want to make it dry or, and I'll talk about that in a minute, wet. So essentially, I'm just going to use pretty basic London dry gin. I like Beefeater. It is about as London dry as it gets. There's not a whole lot of other things that get in the way. It tastes like gin. It tastes like juniper. And as many times as I try other gins, I would come back to it. So I'm going to do kind of somewhere between a traditional martini and a dry. So 2.5 ounces of gin is where I like to go. And then for the vermouth, also a nice dry vermouth. I like to stick with just Martini brand usually, mostly because it's readily available, but other ones are good. Like I said, with the Manhattan Dolan's really nice as well. And I like to do a half of that. You're gonna taste it, but it's not going to do a whole lot as far as getting in the way. If you wanna go more towards just a very traditional martini, I would suggest doing more like a 2 1/4 or just 2 to 1 ounce. So, and I didn't used to do this, but recently I really decided I really like it, and I like using orange bitters, which again is much more traditional. Just a couple dashes, 2 to 3 is fine. So I'll give that a stir. And don't shake it. I hate shaking martinis. I'll be the one with that one. It clouds it up, gets ice chunks in it. It's just not one of those type of drinks that I think should ever be shaken. But it works. It gets it really cold. If you're really big on needing your gin super, super cold, shaking works for sure. It's getting a little too melted, so I better tame that. Trying to get these tiny ice chunks in it. Now, I do not like olives. I'm weird that way. I know a lot of people do. I just don't. So I like to go, again, really traditional.
That's where you and I disagree, sir.
Yeah,
I like both, though.
I like a nice lemon peel right over it. Nice and oily. Get it all on there. And that is my martini.
Perfect. Cheers. You got a name for it?
Mm-hmm.
Martini.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Pass it around.